Yeah, these things get better and better every year.
So Jaden had a nice birthday. He turned 26.
Holy man!
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
God, I wish I was 26.
I know, me too. I hardly remember anything. From
I
that
don't
time.
either. I mean, I just turned 60, and it's like, oh.
I know. It's like, how did I get here? You know, that's.
And I keep telling Karen, I'm like, I don't like 60.
I know.
I just don't like it.
I don't like the sound of 60.
No,
you know
I
what
don't.
I mean? When
I don't.
tell people that I'm 62, I'm like,
She's like, why do you keep saying that? I said, I don't like it.
that's so cute. Oh, it's nice the sun is out. So today's the coldest day out of the week, and then it's going to warm back up.
Yeah.
This kind of is the winter that wasn't, that never was.
I don't even, after Christmas, it's like, I don't care if we have snow, but
Yeah, me neither.
it's like, I don't even want to deal with it.
God. It's such an odd winter. Jaden loves the snow.
Brandon hated the snow.
He loves to reach out to former driver Brendan and say, look at the snow.
Yeah.
Because he's from a very, very warm
Yeah.
Oh, really?
place.
Yeah.
He's from South Africa.
Oh, you're talking about the Brennan that used to work here?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they're still
Yeah, I
friends.
know him.
Yeah, they're in touch. Yeah. So JJ likes to tease him with the snow. Look at you.
Yeah, there's a lot of drivers that,
Snow is snow. It's part of Minnesota. It's part of the state I grew up in and I love, Oh, listen to that engine, Jaden. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Wow. This could accelerate nicely.
yeah, these things, they just get better and better every year.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Awesome. Are they pretty efficient?
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Well, the biggest complaint that people have now is they think of diesel as being polluting the air, right?
Right.
They're not that way anymore.
No, Cummins is clean.
They burn so clean.
Oh, how did you learn, Jaden, that Cummins isn't clean?
Because it uses that.
Because
Yep.
it uses the dust.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
And everybody, everybody, including not us in the shop, but people want to see electric. Well,
Yeah.
look at that and see how an electric vehicle would run today. It wouldn't even make it a whole day.
Right. It's so high maintenance.
But in a few years it might.
It might.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll have to wait and see,
it's still early in the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they stopped making propane buses, which are actually cleaner than even these are.
Jaden, you like propane buses,
Yep.
right? How come you like propane so much, honey?
I don't know. I just like the sound of the gas it makes.
Okay, cool. And Jaden got his ears cleaned out yesterday.
Oh,
So he
oh,
can
I
hear
have that
extra
done
well.
all the time too.
Yeah, we had it scheduled for last Thursday, but I had to have a nurse call and cancel my son's appointments. It's like, we're
How do they clean them out?
So with the saline,
Oh,
with
yeah.
the little syringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really nice. We had a nurse practitioner that was just lovely yesterday. When Jaden came at 5.5 months, his right ear was totally impacted. It took an hour and a half. Poor guy, the day after he arrived from South Korea.
Really?
So that was hard for my poor boy. Yeah, so we keep on top of it because he loves to hear, engine sounds
Yeah.
and other wonderful sounds.
So is your husband all better now?
Working on it.
Working on it.
Yeah.
You bet. Yeah, it's not always linear.
What did he do for work?
So, financial advisor.
Oh.
He did anti-fraud
Oh, okay.
for different banks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
did this, I haven't had one headache.
It's because of the excessive, amount of blood.
It was
Yeah,
like,
it was too much for your system. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was like pressure in the head between the skull and the brain. You know. So I'm so glad got that resolved. Sometimes things happen for a good reason. Some bad things happen, and then
Oh,
good
yeah.
comes out of it, as you well know. You know.
and I remember I
So-
kept saying, because after like I think I was there 3 days. So the
Sure.
second day, I'm like, I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
Because I felt great.
And that's how I was.
And they were like,
I-
you ain't going nowhere.
But I had to
Yep,
pass.
they said no.
I had to pass these tests.
Uh-huh.
One was walking.
Right?
One was a memory thing. So like this person came in and like asked me these questions.
Yep.
And then I can't remember what the other one was.
Maybe going
Oh,
to
I had to do
that.
like this.
The
Like all these
the
different.
neurological things, the
And I'm like,
coordination,
I'm
the eye.
fine. I was just going crazy. you
Yeah.
know?
See, that's me too. I get too restless. I want to be productive. I can't lay around. I can't sit around. I gotta read
And-
something.
they were questioning me like that we were in an accident, and this cop was just questioning me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're in this car accident last year, the day before my birthday. The cop was like, "Where do you live? Where do you do this?"
Yeah, that was so bizarre. Having nothing to do with nothing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not
It was a
writing
small.
anything down.
It was a small police department, so when there was the crash, the cops were just bored. So 5 of them came out
Oh,
just
It was,
for
and it was on what day?
the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl
Oh,
last
God.
year.
So they
And
were-
we had nothing better to do. There were like 10 people that came.
And they were like,
men and women in offices, and we're like, you've got to be kidding. It's just a side swipe. It's really funny. But I called for assistance because his girlfriend, I want to make sure, she was okay.
Yeah.
No, we were fine.
Yeah.
The first 6 months. Oh, man. I know. There's so much excess stuff in the
Yeah.
world that's so
Oh, yeah.
unnecessary, but, people need to do their jobs and feel like
and
they're...
sometimes when I see a line of house, I think I'll see Andrew, who used to work here,
Oh, Andrew
as a
was so
paramedic. But then I remember what happened.
Oh, Andrew Pike.
Yeah, he
Then
was
I remember.
such a doll.
And then I remember. Then it hits me again like a katana bricks.
Yeah, Jaden was very, very sad.
Yep.
He died during COVID.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that was very, very sad. Jaden was very bummed about that. He was a good soul. And
Oh, yeah.
he tried to do good in the world.
Yep.
He
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to be an EMT. He tried to help out.
He was a police officer.
Right. We think about all the things he did, and then working for school buses.
Yep.
He wanted to be there to help other
Yep.
people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so that tells you a lot about him. And he was such a young
Because
man.
what was that thing he had?
Cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his underlying before he got to
Yeah.
cancer.
Yep.
So he knew what it was having to suffer.
Yep.
And suffering makes you very vulnerable, but it can
Yep.
make you very strong and very
Yep.
spiritual too. You're more compassionate. You
Yep.
understand what other people are going through, and you're
Yep.
more kind and caring because of it. Jaden, do you understand what I'm
Yep.
saying, sweetie? Yeah. So. Oh, I like that sound, Jaden.
Yep. Joy the rattles.
Yeah, I love the rattles too. Is that why you like going over bumps in school buses, Jaden? Is the rattle? He doesn't
What?
like the rattle in our new car though.
Oh.
Because it's a squeak.
It's kind of like a bird chirping. So I'm gonna have to bring it to the dealer. We can't
What
figure
kind
out-
of car did you get?
It's
The
just
Buick.
it's a Buick Enclave.
And it's not even that old.
No, but it has this squeaking, especially going over bumps. And-
Really?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had-
See, those are so hard to find.
That's what our neighbor fella
It is.
Howard said. He's wonderful, and he said, Annette, we're gonna have to bring this to the dealer because it might be so intrinsic to how the body of it was made or something.
It's not easy to do.
But it's such a profound. It's such a noticeable squeak. We should.
Remember remember when we had our bluebirds?
Yeah.
And our bluebirds always sounded like that.
Oh yeah.
Like they were chirping.
Yes. And then we got buses with the lift in the back and
Yeah.
those back lifts bang.
Yeah.
There was one girl who didn't want me to have my spare on the last day of school because it was
Because the clanging.
because of how loud the spare buses were compared to the new ones. And the bus driver was like, "But Emily, this bus is noisy with how rattly it is."
Well, there you go.
This bus.
Yeah, and people are kind of sensitive
Yeah.
to different
Oh, yeah.
sounds. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, did they mention to you about loud noises and lights at all? You know,
No.
they
No.
told me quiet is best. You know, being horizontal, and you know what I mean.
The guy told me, he said, they already had me set up for therapy,
Okay.
but he said, the best thing you can do is go walk.
Oh,
So,
really?
so all summer on my vacation, me and Karen went for a walk every day.
Wow.
And
You guys are so
and I could tell, like, I mean, I wasn't bad, but I knew I wasn't all there.
Right. Like when I walk his dog, you know, Paolo's pulling me. I'm not pulling
Yeah.
him right now, so, but he's kind of stabilizing me too,
Yeah.
you know? So when I get home today, I've got to call for PT and OT. You know, I've got the numbers. I got him yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. They're so busy.
But the guy told me, he said, you're looking at 6 months to a year before like you really feel. And it wasn't bad,
Sure.
but I could tell
You just feel
when I
really
walk. All of a sudden, I'd always go to the left.
calm.
I'd always go to the left.
That's interesting.
And when I was doing my PT, the first thing the guy said, he goes, "You're always going left." I said, "Yeah, but I can't
But that's
do anything about it."
That's
you know?
because of what happened neurologically. Yeah. That's how it was wired when the lack of oxygen.
But they told me, they said, because I remember the last person I had to talk to get out of there was the stroke doctor.
Oh yeah.
Well, they wheeled in a TV, and all of a sudden, the doctor came on the TV, and I'm sitting in my bed.
Because they had to go virtual.
Yep. And, and she was
very
asking me all these questions,
good. That's crazy.
and I'm like, really? I'm gonna do this on a TV?
That is so bizarre. I can't imagine.
I forgot about the tracks here.
I think these were just recently added. If they ever, finish the
Is that
light rail.
illegal to pass you?
No, not at a railroad track.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, JJ. What were you saying?
I think that's part of that light rail that is never going to be finished.
Yeah, they were working on that.
And I remember the lady said, she goes, "I can't believe how good you look after having this." She goes, "You are so lucky that it didn't, like other stroke victims."
Right. Because typically paralysis and difficulties with speech and facial expressions.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to move your face after a stroke, even if it's mostly one side, because you can't really, get the words out. Both sides are not synced.
Yeah.
So, how old were you, may I ask?
I would have been
Just
either
like 50s.
57 or I think 57.
Young. Wow. The stroke runs in my family, especially my dad and my
Mine doesn't.
see both my grandmas. We've had all kinds of stroke activity.
My
like
mom's-
mini strokes.
My
It's upward.
mom's side was very healthy. My
Uh-huh.
real dad's side, because he died when I was little,
Oh,
Aw,
sorry.
they had
How old were you?
5.
Oh, that's terrible.
Their side had like heart issues,
Sure.
but I don't have anything like that.
Yeah, that's good. Thank God. Thank goodness. Oh, that's hard. Did your mama remarry?
Yep.
Yay!
Yep.
I'm
And
so-
then, well, it wasn't much of a yay because he was an ass.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, he passed away probably 12 years ago. I had a brother pass away, same age as me, because when my mom remarried, he had 2 kids, and we were all the same age.
Sure.
Yep. We had 4 boys and my mom and stepdad. But my one brother died.
All boys.
Yep.
All boys.
Yeah.
It was crazy growing up. It
Were
was.
you guys real close in age?
Yeah. The one who passed away was the same age as me. My other,
Like your twin, or?
No, because my dad already had 2 kids.
Oh, sure.
My mom, they had 2 kids, me and my
Got it.
real brother.
Okay. Wow.
And I have 2 older brothers, and me and my other brother, but he passed away. He had 2 kids.
The trees look so pretty with the snow, don't they?
Oh yeah.
I just love how beautiful everything looked yesterday. Oh, gorgeous. It's like there's frosting on the trees. Jada, what's your favorite frosting?
Vanilla.
That's mine too.
See, I'm chocolate. The one man out.
See, like if I go get a malt, it's always vanilla. Always.
That's great. Jaden claims that I gave him too much chocolate by the time he was like 3.5, 4 years old.
I don't think you never said that.
Yeah, you said, Mom, you gave me too much chocolate. That's why I like vanilla. That's what you told me when
Do
you
you
were like
remember? You probably remember Bridgman's.
8. Of course, Bridgman.
They have a Bridgman's in Woodbury,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we went out there, and oh my God, it was the best malt I've ever had.
Didn't we go out there with Christian, Jaden?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
went out there 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the only one left.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Except for the one at where they had Richmond's ice cream.
Where was that?
Presbyterian Homes had it.
Oh, in Bloomington, when you worked at Presbyterian Homes.
Yeah.
Okay. Jaden called bingo there.
Oh really?
When he called the elderlies, yes,
Yeah.
with his nice big voice. Everyone could hear you except for
Stanley.
Stanley. Stanley was like, what?
What?
And then I would say B6, like
Say
something.
louder.
B6.
B1, and he'd go B1, okay.
And then what did you do? You
Had to show the card to
Right,
him.
you became Vanna White, like on Wheel of Fortune,
Yeah.
where he would hold up the card and go back and forth, and he taught his friend Sienna,
Yep.
who he trained in to help him.
Yeah.
We just saw her last night for
Good
dinner. It's another one of his special
Yeah.
friends. Yep.
Yeah.
That was one of your favorite all-time jobs,
Yep.
wasn't it? Yeah. We should see if that pastor still works there.
Yep.
That minister that you love so much.
Yep.
See if he still serves there. A lot has changed since COVID, so I don't
Yep.
know. But, you know, staff turnover has been so high everywhere.
Yeah, now they're trying to get people to come back to offices, you know,
I know.
and they don't want to do it.
I know.
Because they watch the news saying, no, there's this new variant called like COVID, like
They got too used to being at home.
Right,
COVID.
right. I would love to get out.
But if you find that the news is scaring you away from stuff, you should not watch the news.
Exactly. That's right. Now, I'm one who doesn't like to stay at home. So,
So you watched that thing yesterday, huh? On that lady?
oh, yeah. At first the guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Did you
are
watch-
evading,
Did you listen to the guy when they were interviewing him?
In the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
it was just-
bet. And it
I'm
was
like, and this
you've
guy
got to
is
be
an
kidding.
attorney?
I know. He seems so smooth and so,
Oh.
like a scootler.
Yeah, like-
You know what I mean? It's like, you've got to be kidding. His whole demeanor was so smirky.
Yeah, it's like
And I'm like,
it's like he
oh.
had this smirk on his face.
Yes.
There was a horror story of this cop where this guy said the cop was just way too polite. He knew he was an imposter because the cop was like, please hand me your registration, or instead of being just like registration and proof of insurance, he used too many manners, so the guy was suspicious of this cop.
And did anything come of it, or
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah, it's just
but
demeanor
listening
is
to
everything.
her, like when she was standing there,
Yeah.
like she wanted to go up on that
Oh yeah.
and testify.
Yeah.
She had an attitude. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
I know. It's kind of like a bull in a china shop. Is
Yeah.
what I would say. It's like aggression on on steroids.
Yeah.
I know what that's like. I'm going down now for the next 2 days.
And I couldn't believe that, when she started talking about the money thing and everything was cash, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
See, but
who does that?
that means you're hiding something.
Yeah.
If there's no paper trail, even in this day and age, if you don't
Yeah.
get an email of the receipts, or if you don't get a text message, thank you for your order. When we go see fireworks and we go to a food truck and we get our hot dogs, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and our Pepsis, then I get a text message. Thank you for your order. Here's your receipt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So yeah, we got that from Chaska. When we went to their fair, their county fair, the Scott County Fair and the Carver County Fair.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there are trails, there are
Oh, yeah.
things, but when people delay in turning any of that stuff over, I think that's red flags galore. I don't know. That's just me. But
Doesn't surprise me though.
I think the
behold the
biggest-
invisible Burger King.
yes, the invisible
Yep.
Get your
Burger King.
invisible Whopper right there.
There's the invisible Whopper. That's right. Yep. I think the biggest sin in life is certainty.
Yep.
Because no one can be certain of anything.
Yep.
I think anyone who says, hey, I know what this life is all about. I know. I'm always right. I think that's the biggest foible is
She
to
just
say
made-
that you know everything and you know
Both
what I
of
mean?
those two just made themselves look so bad.
I know.
Yep.
It'll come back to bite them,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure. Oh, these were just built.
And even if they have like 3,000 friends who will back them up, it doesn't matter.
Oh, right, exactly. I mean, it's, what do they say? The chickens come to roost, JJ.
Yeah. What goes
What-
around comes around.
There you go.
That's
That's
more
the one I
spot
say.
on. Yeah, me too. That's what I was trying
Might
to
take
think
a
of.
little time, but
Right.
Yep.
you want to know what another good one is?
But,
You can't finish anything till you start it.
yep.
I love that.
Yep.
I oftentimes start things, but I don't get to finish them.
I had a neighbor one time. We had a deck, and this was in my first marriage.
Uh-huh.
We had a deck. And it was all grass.
Right?
Well, the dog had dug holes under there,
Uh-oh.
and it looked horrible. And I remember I went out on a Saturday, and I was just staring at it because I wanted to dig it all out and put rock in.
Oh, that.
And my neighbor comes over and goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I want to dig all this grass out. And I want to put rock in here."
That's what we had under our deck.
And he said, "Well, you can't finish it until you start it." And I went, "Okay."
That was your nudge. That was your nudge to get it done, right?
That was my okay.
That's funny. These seats are really nice, Jada.
That's Thomas for you. Soft seats.
Yeah, but look at what I like is the pattern. I
Yeah.
like design so much.
I miss the pattern like this on Eden Prairie brown seats.
We still have kids
pretty.
that'll slice the back of a seat.
What?
Yeah.
With what? What do they have? A
I
pen?
have no idea.
Lip gloss? I'm trying to think what
That out of my summer camp, we had a 20-year-old bus, and the whole sided some of the seats was gone.
Ah!
Oopsie. Did you see the inside? Did you see
Oh
the
yeah, the
stuffing?
yellow stuff on the
Yeah,
inside,
yeah,
the
yeah.
spongy stuff.
That's like yeah, you did. Oh, wow.
Just last week we found a bag of marijuana.
Hey,
you walked in the bus and you were like,
Oh, yes.
what is that smell? It was horrible. It almost smelled like a skunk.
Oh, yeah, rancid. Kind of rancid. Oh, my goodness.
You always smell skunks, but you never see the skunk.
No.
That's so true, Jaden.
Does anyone know why that is?
Well, I think Mother Nature is very smart. Maine skunk's very smart. Just spray as a defensive measure, honey, when they feel threatened, and then to disappear. What do they say? You can smell skunk from like 1.5 miles away or something like that. The
pretty bad.
spray is, yeah. Because when we go, we like to go in the country on the weekends. I bring him and his girl out to eat, you know, like a Hutch or, you know, elsewhere, you know, out west on 7, past where our bus is, half a, you know, an hour west of where we live. And just enjoy the drive. I even did it last Sunday night, right after.
You know that they say on a fire hydrant, you're supposed to dig the snow out from it.
Oh, like right away?
Like, so if that house had a fire and that was covered,
How about halfway?
if they have to be accessible if there's fires.
So is it accessible if the top half?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
still accessible, but I'm talking if it went above it,
Uh-huh.
that's why they have those green posts there.
Oh, because they have to be worked on. So
But then if the fire department were to show up, they have to dig it out, and that takes more time.
And that might be why building up north burned down.
Oh,
So-
that nice building that over 100-year-old.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one in Duluth,
Yeah, or
Yeah.
the
something.
resort.
Yeah. How terrible.
But whenever you see, like, if the snowbanks were really high,
Yeah.
you'll see the city guys out there
I never
digging
knew
all that out.
Wow.
And if you're a homeowner and it's on your property, you're responsible for digging it out.
How interesting. I never knew that.
But yeah, that's why they have those green. Every one of them will have one of those green posts.
I learned something new. I never knew that. We're so lucky in the United States of America because we have this infrastructure built up, whether it's ambulance, fire
Oh, yeah.
department, police department, where we have these things that so many nations unfortunately still don't have. You know, they're mired in corruption and poverty, and
Well,
here
you know,
we have these things set up to help us. You know what I
people
mean?
always say, like, you know, and I get it, like when you get our age and you're getting retirement, it's like, I don't want to put up with winters anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
But the problem is,
Even if you
some states don't have the medical care we do.
Exactly.
We
Or
got
the-
really good medical care.
We've got we've got premium medical care. We've got caring folks.
Yeah.
The community works together. It's progressive, conservative, liberal, right wing,
Yeah.
left wing, back wing, international. It's native. It's whatever, and it works. I
Yeah.
feel like it's more rock solid. I always told Jaden, I love Minnesota.
Yep. Because
It has a solid core.
yep.
Yeah.
And
What-
it's
what
not
were you
all,
saying?
it's not just one side, it's not just liberal, it's not just
Right.
conservative.
Because some,
Jaden's right up the middle.
Yep.
He calls himself an independent.
yeah, that's fine.
It depends upon who the candidate is, right, JJ?
But
And
it's
I love
like,
that. Yeah,
you know,
but you know,
and schools. You
and
know,
schools, right, right, are
'cause some states are horrible.
they're very horrible. Arizona, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, California. We
That's
have
probably why-
relatives in most of those states.
One probably died because of a
Right,
main COVID.
right, exactly. Yeah. You know, they do have a Mayo Clinic down in Scottsdale, so.
But wasn't that where I stayed, Mom?
Yes.
When I had that
When
seizure?
you had that seizure, yep, I had
And it wasn't even only one level.
You know, you have better memory, sweetheart, even post-seizure than I do.
No, I think it was after I looked.
Might be. But it was right by where Grandma and Grandpa lived on Mountain View Road.
Yeah.
It was just like
But Mountain View Road doesn't really view the mountain.
If Mountain View Road does not view
You
the
want
mountain, you're
mountain?
right. Grandpa Paul's place has a better view of the mountain.
And they don't even call that Mountain View Road.
No, they don't.
Goes to
You're
show
right.
how bad the education is there.
Exactly. But there's Ho-Hum Street. There is Minnesota Road. There's Minnesota.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's Carefree, Arizona. There's Minnesota Zone. It's so funny because there's so many Minnesota transplants in Arizona, you know, including my folks. So, but we don't have a desire to be down there. I love the change of seasons. I like the cooler
Yeah,
air.
me and Karen have talked about it. It's just like, I just don't.
I love to have hot
winter-
sunny days every day. It'd be so boring.
But
Yeah.
but hey, at least your buses are all air conditioned there.
Yeah,
they
that's
are.
true. But here you don't really need air conditioning as much, except in the summer.
With our humidity is awful.
Yeah.
People say
Well, we hope to get an RV, like an RV AC,
yeah,
to put in, you know, through the top somehow.
or through right above.
There's a place out in
There.
Hopkins that does that.
Oh, you're kidding?
I don't know their name,
Okay.
but I think if you look,
Sure. Well, and I could-
they retrofit all that stuff.
Oh, great.
But I don't remember.
The AC
Thank
on
you.
the bus I liked was right above. Would have been right above your head, Jim.
No, because it goes this way,
Yep,
Jaden?
you can feel it more. Whereas some would put it on the side, so you wouldn't even feel it unless you were on the side of the air
So you like it more coming
towards you.
Most
Towards you,
of
okay.
the time, like, because you have that shorter bus,
No.
Yeah, what do you
they would put
recommend?
either in the middle of the roof
Right?
or they put it on the very back header, the back,
And then
above the
shoot it
emergency
forward.
door.
And then shoot it
It
forward.
just shoots forward.
Okay. So I'll do some Googling.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
Ack.
Is it downtown Hopkins?
I don't
Where they
know.
have those, remember that auto repair, that auto body shop that we always go by, Jaden? Well, I mean,
But
is
there's
it-
some place out there that they'll put in whatever you want. You just gotta pay for it.
Okay, thank you for
You
that
think they'll put
recommendation.
paint on?
Because a lot of them will take out the roof hatch,
Yeah.
and that's where they put it.
That's what you guys were mentioning to me, and that I think would be best because it's in the middle. As long as it's able to push the air in both directions, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if we could do that. I'm not
Well, you have a shorter one, so that thing would cool down like that.
Do you think so? Okay, because that's what I have to hop onto before it gets
Because-
too warm.
Because, like on this bus, I think it's like $8,000 to $10,000 from the factory added
Okay,
on.
Sure.
I mean, it's a
That's a professional, nice integrated job, right?
That's right at the factory.
Yeah. Hopefully it wouldn't be that much. But that's the next thing I'm going to do, you know, instead of doing anything with seats or paint or, you know what I mean? Instead of trying to,
You got to bring him out to the Carolinas at the factory for Thomas.
you know, that would be great.
Because they have tours.
Thank you
That'd
for
be
watching. Yep, Sergeant
You walk
Jaden,
through the
and
whole
peace
assembly
out.
line. It is unbelievable to see.